Good morning. I wanted to share with you something that I'm learning right now about Psalms. Do you know, as you know, a lot of those Psalms are laments. What that means is they're like a complaint or a cry out to God. The way that the structure of which that is written is pretty obvious. You come to God with some honest feelings, and then eventually you lead into feeling hopeful or saying, but I trust you, God. And so it's interesting because I'm a poet and I'm a writer, and I find the Psalms very interesting because they're so honest. And so I was diving into that a little bit, and I'm listening to this book. And one of the things that I have been learning that I wanted to share is that the Psalms being included in the Bible are actually an invitation for us to be honest and authentic and real with God. Those Psalms, are sometimes cursing God, are sometimes saying, God, and what I mean by cursing is being like, God, not like a swear word, but giving the complaint to God, feeling the frustration with God, and really being real and authentic and honest in a unclean manner. So it isn't this cleaned up, perfected version in which we communicate, but it is a vulnerable, angry, honest, sad, disappointed space and state. And I think that sometimes in the Christian context, in the Christian world, there's this thing that anger is sin. Anger is not sin, because even Jesus got angry when he flipped the tables, which, by the way, he was angry at the religious folks. He wasn't angry at the Gentiles in that moment. He was angry at the religious folks. That's all I want to say. That's a form of correction in that passage I think we should look into. But let me go back to what my main point is. Anger is not sin. Anger is an emotion. It is an expression. It is a feeling. And those laments and the Psalms are invitations for us to share our authentic, organic, honest feelings. Many times I think we feel far from God because we aren't keeping it real. Or the way the kids would say it, we're not keeping it a buck. But really, we're not being honest. We're not coming to God being like, I'm upset, I'm disappointed, I'm hurt. And so that poetry piece that you see called Anger is an honest lament to the Lord. It is I'm sitting with my anger, and this is really how I feel. It is the first step, I believe, in healing, is being honest. And what I love is scripture backs that up. That scripture says it is okay to be honest. Scripture gives us an invitation to move from an emotion of disappointment to an emotion of hope and faith. And that's what I love about the Psalms, is that it isn't just a complaint. It ends with hope. It ends with, I trust you. It ends with knowing the character of who God is, which is he is good. And that's my mini sermon for today. No, really though, I just wanted to share that because I think it's super applicable and really relates. I love you. Have a great day.